What is good, guys? To episode 4 of Bronx
Episode 4.
Banter, going strong. If you guys haven't seen our previous videos, we had two trade debate is what we call them,
Yeah, two
where
trade
we
debates.
where we had Shohei versus Nolan Arenado, who the Yankees should get, or Cody Bellinger versus Juan Soto.
Juan Soto. Yeah.
Be honest, and we'll get more about that in the topics later today. Don't feel like we're getting a single one of those souls. Maybe Cody Bellinger.
Come on,
Even
David. Be a little optimistic. Come on now.
and
We're
then
still
our
looking up.
first ep is obviously a little bit outdated, but it was when Sean Casey got hired. Judge, we got a little bit of an update on him. But now that's behind us. Now we're into this week, this topic. How are you feeling, man? How are you doing? How's it
I'm
been?
actually feeling great. Just went to Disney like a couple days ago. So,
Yeah.
vibes are high. We just swept the Royals, even though, it is the Royals. But hey, you gotta take the good, like the wins, you know what I'm saying, in a
Yeah.
long season. So how you been, David?
I'm good. So I got a broken leg. I'm just laying out there. But still got to record, still got to get content out for you guys. If you actually, I've had a broken leg for over a week now. So, um,
Damn, it's been that long.
yeah, over a week. So I've had it for a while already. Justin actually broke my leg.
They
So,
don't put that out there in the universe
okay.
right now, bro.
Now, this topic isn't about my broken leg, but what happened was we were playing basketball and first shot of the day. Can't believe I'm putting this out in public, even though
You really are.
shout out to the
It did
22
happen in a public
viewers we
place,
got.
so
You guys are amazing. Love you guys. Subscribe, please. But it's only going like to 22 other people. But John, I got the ball, went to shoot up very casually, very simple. It wasn't even a game. It was just like we're just shooting around. First shot, I was not warm. I was not anything. My legs gave out like Giancarlo Stanton legs. Like I jumped, landed, not even, I didn't roll
did
my
you land?
I didn't roll my ankle. I just like straight landed on my ankle. My body was like, you know what? I wonder how it'd be feel just to land on my ankles. Like, and I did that and it broke. So there's that. But I'm
Wasn't
doing all
balling up in
right.
basketball sneakers. It happens.
That's
Don't
why I
wear the
stick to
proper
baseball.
gear.
So I
Mm-mm.
stick to baseball. Um I always said I used to play baseball even up until college, but I was like, I think there's a reason why it wasn't meant for me to continue to play because I feel like if I ever, you know, if it was a blessing that I would ever make it to the majors, I would be, I would get hurt in the first season and you'll never hear from me again. Like that's how
That's crazy.
bad I get hurt. So, but anyways, but yeah, so those are the vibes. I've been able to rest a little more, which is good. I've been able to get, stir up a little bit more content. We've been able to do that as well. So, but yeah, doing all right, man. I'm excited about the Yankees. The only thing though is that during this week, the lows, like, because that's all I've been focusing on is the Yankees. The lows have been really low, and then the highs have been high. So
This is definitely a big week, though.
huge. We're never gonna talk about that.
Huge.
So, um, as a Yankees fan, jumping right into our first topic, as a Yankees fan, how has this last week been? So we just got to play in the Royals. Before that, we played the Los Angeles Angels,
Oh, what a series that was. Oh man.
played the Rockies.
I even forgot about that was so long ago. Wasn't that like Sean Casey's first series too
Yeah,
with the Yankees?
yeah. That was right out of the All Star break.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. But what a roller coaster of emotions. I feel like we didn't we lose against I'm not the Royals, the Rockies in overtime one time as well. Like we had that game in the bag and then we just kind of like threw
Overtime.
it.
We're not talking about basketball
Oh
anymore.
my gosh, I meant like in the extra innings. Sorry, my bad.
No, but yeah, we did. I think it was the 10th. I think. Yeah, it was the 10th because I know there was a ghost runner at
Yeah.
second, and all it takes is a base hit for the home team, and that's exactly what they got. They got a base hit to left field, and
Yeah, I know the
they're
bullpen took
running.
a step back in that series, but
Yeah. So
really
our
not much
starting
to talk about in
pitching a
that
little
series
bit.
because it was just kind of like up in the air. What did we took like 1 out of 3? Not great
For who?
against the Rockies.
Did we play 4 games?
No, it was only 3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
only took
we
like
took
one out
one
of
of
three.
three. I thought you
Yeah,
said one. We went 1-3. No, yeah, I think we only took one out of three. So we were
yeah. And
we
then moving on
lost
to the Angels. I
lost that
mean,
series.
but
Spoiler, you
hey,
guys.
listen. Just watching Otani, man. If you're an Angels fan, that is the only thing that you can look forward to. And guys, did he go off? I mean, the bat flip and everything. It was like a big moment.
Oh
I know
my.
we lost, but hey,
I was in my bed.
Shohei.
I was in my bed. My wife was at work. I was in my bed. My leg was kicked up, right? Because I have a broken leg in bed. And I was feeling good. We already intentionally walked him before all this was happening. I know you guys probably watched this or listened to this scenario already from a bunch of other content creators. But to just be laying there with my broken leg in pain, we're winning, then for him to get a game tying home run from a player that we could only wish we could get. We're not getting him on trade. I don't think we could sign him, but to just see that happen and then Shohei, he doesn't bat flip. Out of all teams to bat flip on, he bat flips on the Yankees.
Yeah. I thought it was a moment in history. Even though it wasn't like a meaningful game, I just thought it was
Oh my
I
gosh,
thought it was
that hurt.
great.
That hurt. That was a huge low. That was for sure a low for me. So,
How do you feel about the whole Rodon, spiel about him,
so
blowing kisses?
so if I'm real, if you got when you guys get to know me a little bit more, not that I'll ever do that. There's no
President start.
context. There's no context in this that I would ever need to do that. But I'm a little petty like he is. A little petty, a little sassy. So I vibed with it. Not that I thought it was the right thing to do, but when he did it, I was like, yeah, I mean, if I'm upset, I'll do something like that. Like I'll be petty. God knows
Actually encourage it.
yeah, because look,
I like
a
people
lot
to
of
show their
people get
emotion.
upset. A lot of people get upset because they want the Yankees to be more emotional and reactive. And yes, I know you don't want it towards yourself. I get it. You want to be, but when he did that, I knew immediately that that was more not at the fan, even though he did it to the fan, but that was more of just him being frustrated of his performance. I knew that.
Mhm.
So that's why I felt like the kiss was kind of like, yeah, that was for you. Like, I know I did bad. Here you go, type of thing. Because you're loving it clearly because you're reacting so much. So that's how I interpreted it.
Yeah,
I thought it
same
was the
here.
right decision,
I
but
Yeah, but I actually encourage it. It's kind of like obviously he knows that he's like everybody's frustrated. Like he's probably the most frustrated out of everybody, like even like with including fans. So just like to see him just like show a little bit of emotion. I was kind of with it. I was like, yeah,
and,
go off.
and now that I think about it, and like obviously within reasonable or respect,
Yeah.
if
Don't
you
only
can
take it like
serve
out of
if you
context or just
if
be
you could
like,
if you can serve it, be able to take it. Like if you're a
yeah,
fan and you're willing to say all this, the fans get really rough.
do they
If you
now?
say all this and then
They
you
say outrageous things
and then
sometimes.
you
You be hearing stuff
cry,
like,
and then I'm not saying the fan did this, but then as a fan base we're crying or we're complaining or grouchy because one of the players respond back to us in such a simple way. For me, I know is maybe I guess it considered a hot take. A lot of people, I know it's a little bit more behind us, but yeah, I didn't see. I saw because I try to understand. I
mhm,
see the problem, but I don't see it as a problem. Like it's not that like you
it's
know
not a biggie.
it's not a big deal. Like it's okay, he did it, whatever. I feel like the Yankees have been doing so bad. Like I guess it was within the context of the Yankees doing so bad, it just didn't help. That I could also see. But yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
We forgot a topic though. Donaldson could be out for the
Oh
season.
my gosh,
Could be his
man, so much
last
has
game
happened, dude.
ever.
So when that happened, I was so indifferent. I was watching the game. Homeboy like started limping. I told Justin, I told you this, and I'm gonna tell the fans
Mhm.
this. I have a theory. I don't even think he's taken. I mean, I don't think he needs surgery for that, but homeboy was like he limped a little and then he started jogging back to the dugout.
Mhm.
But then they did an MRI and they found out that he had a tear, almost a complete tear. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to move like that if you had a complete tear. I would
Who
think.
knows?
And so my theory is this is all staged.
You think so?
I
It's a
think
conspiracy.
it's just a way
Let's get it
to be like,
going.
listen, Donaldson, we'll play your buyout. This is going to be your last season with us. Can like we'll I don't know whatever. Maybe gave a little bit under the table. I don't know. No, that's a little extra, but I believe instead of him having to necessarily say he's retired or for the Yankees to DFA him or even maybe even trade him because I don't think anyone wants him anyways. Um, they're like, hey, let's fake your injury. You're going to be out for the season, and then there you go. And then, but the thing is that
That's
about the injury,
crazy.
the thing about the injury is that if we really need you, like let's say, I don't know, someone else gets hurt or something, like God forbid DJ gets hurt and we need
Oh
a third
gosh, please
baseman,
don't.
then oh my gosh, Donaldson's getting better. He's going to be back in 2 weeks. I think that's what happened. That's what happened. Just as likely as I think it probably didn't happen, he actually got hurt. But that I
Hmm.
wouldn't remove that from the realm of reality. So, but that I don't mind because then we ended up getting Oswald Peraza, which again we'll talk about later. So
I like that take. I like that take.
yeah, yeah.
All right, what's next? What's next?
So we did all that. We lost the Angel series. Royals. Where are
Ooh,
we at? So we just swept the Royals. Some of those games for me were a little too close for being the Royals, but then I felt like we ended with a bang. I don't know how you feel about like through that whole series.
I mean, obviously it's a sweep. You take in a long season, you got to take the little wins. I understand it's the Royals.
We won the games we had to win.
Yeah, we these are different. These are definitely like this was a must-win series. Like this was a guaranteed sweep. Like if we didn't sweep, I would definitely be like, all right, let's pause it a little bit.
Different
What's
vibe.
going on?
Different vibe. Different
But
vibe.
no, I liked the Sevi outing. I thought he was hitting 100 like multiple times. Like I feel like he had the motion back and everything. Gave up like 2 home runs. Like the second one wasn't, great, but still he got like some momentum going forward. Rizzo had a big day, 45 games without hitting a home run, and then this man just finally ended that streak. You could tell he was waiting for it too. When
He
he got
was
into
so
the dugout and gave him
happy.
the silent treatment.
That was
But yeah,
awesome.
there's a lot to look forward to. I mean, LeMahieu stepping up big now, at least
Since
getting
the
a hit.
Colorado series, since the All Star break, really.
Hmm.
That's good.
It's really good.
So I love that. Yeah, that's true. I
I mean,
mean,
McKinney had a big game too. I like this man was just making plays like it was nothing, hitting dingers. Yo, like everybody's stepping up. Bowers is back too. We got Greg Allen back as well.
if you don't know
So
me, I think Bowers has been hurt this whole time we started this channel. I'm a Bowers fan, huge Bowers
he's
fan.
definitely up there.
So, so yeah, so I'm super happy to have him back. And yesterday he got a full count lead off. I think it was a single, like a good hit
Yeah,
single,
and then Torres got the home run
home
after. So
run, got it going from there. So last night, yesterday afternoon's game was a great game to end on. Great game. Because I also feel like if we ended with one of those games that were kind of close, we wouldn't be as hype, but we ended really well. And not just for me, it's not just the fact that we swept, it's how we swept. We swept because we saw a little more promising stuff from Severino. We saw, and I think the last start before he did pretty decent too. So,
yeah, he only have like one run, I
he's on
think,
the
in
up
six
and up.
innings.
Rizzo going 4 for 4. Gleyber is just tearing it up. I know he
He is
left
on.
a
He
little
is
much.
locked in, tunnel vision.
Yeah. And then DJ
Our
is
best hitter
doing
right now,
good.
without a doubt.
Stanton still doesn't know how to slide. But
Hey, but
it's all
he has
right.
like 6 home runs in the last 10 games, bro. He's heating
Doing it.
up.
He's doing it. So things are looking good. And it's funny because now that our pitching is kind of meh, our hitting is not incredible, but it's doing its thing.
I Yeah, we just need like both sides to like come together and
Yeah, we just
actually get
need
it
the whole.
going.
We just need the team to click. Um,
Which I think it will.
which we haven't had this season, and that's not supposed to be a discouragement. It's supposed to be an encouragement. So when it does click, I think we're going to be
We're,
taking off. So, and then Ben Rorvet, we also didn't talk about
oh yeah,
Trevino getting hurt
Trevino out for the
season.
season, dog.
Um, how do I feel about it? I love him behind the plate. The snap throws he does the first. I love his defense, but
Yeah, his defense is top tier. I can't lie.
his offense. Sorry, that was
It's
my.
been a struggle. It's been a struggle.
But yeah, his offense has been rough. So to have Ben Orvet, I didn't see how he did yesterday on the game, but I'm excited to see what he ends up doing. It's just one game, so even if he went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, it's just one game. So I'm excited to see what his bat does. So yeah, there's actually so much to talk about. I know that was already that one topic, but let's just keep it rolling, man. We
Yeah,
got
we
some.
don't
So
just feel out the vibes.
next topic: should Gleyber still be considered a trade piece with him having a 13 or 14 game hit streak,
Yeah, I think
batting
it's
over
14 now.
300? Well, I know you got some stuff on
Yeah,
Gleyber.
he's
What do you
batting
got?
in .333 in the last 5 games and like 6 hits and 3 of them being home runs. This guy is taking off. So to
Crazy.
answer your question, hell no. We need this guy. We need him. This man is
Our best
locked
our
in.
best bat for a while now. It's not just for a little bit, for a while.
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna say yes. We should. So here's why. Listen, here's why. The value, the value. So do I want to? No, but I see why they would. And if the Yankees did, let's say later today, news comes out that the Gleyber Torres gets traded, I would not. I would be heartbroken. I won't be shocked.
That's crazy.
Um, he's only proving his value even more. You could get, I don't know, man,
Yeah, what would be the hypothetical trade like? It would have to be a
a
big trade. I'm not
minimum.
giving up Gleyber for just like
No,
prospects or something like that. No.
well, so here's the thing. Like, I can't start naming players because I don't know if that team actually needs a second baseman.
You're right.
But like, uh, I mean, I would do it for a couple of top prospects.
You would?
I would. I'm
Ah,
not saying that
really?
trade would happen because I honestly am not sure if Gleyber Torres is worth a couple of top prospects. But I would do it for a couple of top prospects. If someone gets him, great. If not, oh well. Then we keep an incredible hitter. Now, another reason why I would say no is because of how close he is to Rizzo and how that would affect the clubhouse.
Mm.
So that's another reason why I wouldn't say yes off the bat. But I would, to answer the question, should he still be considered? 100%. Will he? Should I think he? Do I think he should be traded? Mm. But the question is, should he be considered? 100% because you're only increasing the value even more.
Nah, I feel like he's one of our like cornerstones of this team, to be honest. He's definitely carrying us right now.
Yeah.
Like he's locked in. His defense has definitely gotten better since he's came into the league. I mean, if you look at his rookie season, those numbers, his potential can only go higher from this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. No,
So,
yeah, and I agree. He hasn't even hit his prime. I think he's like 26, not even 27 or something like that. So
mm,
he hasn't even hit his prime. And to think he's doing this. So I like it. I think, and you don't get a lot of good second basemen like that. So I think, you know, again, should it be considered? Yes. Do I want to? No.
okay,
I
that's
think,
fair.
I think that he's only increasing his value.
For sure. He's definitely, if they were ever going to do a trade, the time would be now.
I could see because there's the only thing though is I don't think they'll do it is because there's so many other moves they should make in terms of roster space than getting rid of Gleyber. What they
Mm,
should do is they even want to if it's even in the realm of possibility to trade Gleyber, wait till next year. He still has control. Wait till next year. It seems like he's on the up and up. Wait till next year. Wait for his value to get like its max, and then boom. If you really want to, and then that way it gives more time to figure out if is Peraza your second baseman backup, is he your third baseman, like what you know what I mean. So it gives you more. So I could see that happening, but maybe not this year.
okay. You think we're going to make a big move this trade deadline? Or you think we're just going to stay packed or like just sell?
So with how I know the Yankees are, or how I think they are, I don't think they're not responsive. Like they won't get out of this series, I don't think, and be like, oh my gosh, we're on the up and up. We got to make a big move to buy, like to be buyers.
Mm,
I think they already been having things in the works for the last like month or a couple of weeks that even when we were struggling, they had a game plan. So when you first asked, I wanted to say, let's see how this next series goes, but I think that's cutting it too close to the trade deadline,
Mm-hmm.
which I know we could do last minute stuff. But to answer your question, if I had to say, are they? No,
You don't think so?
no.
So you don't think we're going to address our needs in the trade deadline?
That's a different
Essentially.
question.
Okay.
I think we'll address our needs, but it won't
Okay.
be
So
a
you think we
Cody
are going to be okay?
Bellinger. It won't be Juan Soto or Nolan Arenado. None of those big guys. Um, I think the biggest will go, which I know other teams are wanting him too, is the Nationals third baseman Candelario. I could see that's the biggest I see us going. I don't see
Okay.
us getting anything bigger than that. So, which if we could, that'd be great because this man's batting 300. We need contact.
For sure.
So I think we could address our needs, whether it's I think we will. I think we will. I don't know how,
You
but
think
I think
will? Okay.
so. All right. Like the impromptu question. Next question is Oswald Peraza. He got called up. That's another thing we didn't talk about, but I know you guys should already know
Yeah.
that. He got called up in correspondence to the Josh Donaldson getting hurt. Is he our answer to third base? He's played a few games at third base. He played short yesterday
Yeah,
against
he
the
did for Volpe.
Orioles.
Volpe took the
And
day off, but
yeah, and
still
then he
came in the
pitched
game
it.
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, so he played in 100 games for the Yankees, all 100 games. But anyways, is Oswald Peraza the answer to third base? Are we okay with going into the postseason if we even make the postseason with Oswald Peraza as our third baseman with this week? Now, this is a very small sample size. I want everyone to know that this is a very small sample size. So yes, are we? Will there be overreaction? Probably. Will we?
Yeah.
Will we eat our words? Maybe, maybe not. But
Maybe who knows? I guess we'll never know. But
but what do you think? What do you
anyways,
think? Is he our answer?
is he our answer? If I'm being honest here, I think he has to be one of the people to get traded. I know his first game, like recalled, like this man was like a great leadoff like hitter, but like I think like the next game after he went like 0 for 5 or like 5 strikeouts or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the inconsistency. I know like he was straight up balling in the beginning of like AAA like this season. He was going off, and then like recently he's been like sliding down. He's like on that like downhill trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
So when they called him up, I was like a little surprised, but obviously with the Donaldson injury and such. But to be honest, I don't know. I don't think he's like a part of like our future to going forward, if I'm being honest. I don't see it.
Mm.
Cause I don't want to put him at third, you know? I feel like his like I know he's a shortstop at like trade, but having Volpe there and Volpe's been that answer. Volpe's been great, so but even I say we should keep Torres. I think we should keep Torres going forward as well. So like I don't see him playing up the diamond. So it's like, is he gonna be third baseman? I don't really see it. I think that's a spot that we need like somebody who's like a veteran, if that makes sense.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I really like the Arenado trade. If we would do that, like we have like Rizzo on first and then Arenado on third, and then you have Torres and Volpe up the middle.
I do
I think
like
that's
that.
solid.
I like that more, but um St. Louis is willing to trade, but they want to trade for net like in preparation for next year. And Arenado is going to be a huge
Yeah,
piece
but what does that even
next year.
mean? Like trade for
Yeah.
next year? Like, are they really gonna make this drastic like slide to like be in a contention next year? I don't see that happening. I think they're trying to like rebuild, but not like say that they're rebuilding. They're just trying to like see what they can get.
Off topic, they are willing. They did say they're willing to trade Wilson Contreras, which
Oh,
is
they are.
crazy. Yeah, and the Yankees has
That's
said
a different story though.
they want to upgrade at catcher because there's Wilson Contreras and there's Salvador Perez also that they said they're that Salvador Perez from Kansas City. They said he may be in trade talks. I would take Salvador. I know this is not a topic. Maybe you have to do another trade debate. I'll take Salvador Perez over Wilson Contreras. Wilson Contreras is it just reminds me of Gary Sanchez. And
You
we
think so?
got not exactly like, but that idea, that profile of an offense first catcher, yes. And
Hmm.
after getting
He fits that
Trevino,
mold.
yeah, and after getting Trevino to play catcher, seeing that defense, I value a defense first catcher. You just need everyone else to hit. That's all you need. I'm not worried about getting any offense out of catcher. But anyways, um, but to
It
answer
could
the
be like a
question,
balance though, if you think about it. Like you have like
platoon.
obviously Higgy's also defensive minded as well. He's not like as Trevino, like, but they're both hitting like below 250. If you get like Contreras though,
Yeah, you can have
definitely
like
step
a
up.
offensive first catcher, like be starting, like maybe like
Hmm.
Salvador Perez. Salvador Perez got decent defense, not crazy, but
Yeah,
you can have him play, start the lineup, and then once you need, you know how you have defensive replacements, you could
yeah.
have like Higgy's not defense, oh my gosh, but he's better defense than
He's
offense
called the
probably.
perfect game. So
Yeah, you can have him come in and do that. So, but going back to the question, is Oswald Peraza an answer to third base?
yeah, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
He's an answer. I feel like I'm always
Mm.
giving ambiguous answers. He's an
He
answer,
is the answer.
but he's
He's the
not.
solution.
He may not be the best answer, but he's an answer. And I could also see them calling him up at this time just to give him more value at the trade deadline.
That as well. But do you think he helped him hurt himself in this? I think he's like hurting himself in this kind of criteria because
I
like
feel
his
neutral.
bats have been good. I
Good.
wouldn't say great, but they've been good.
It's just the
But
results
just
haven't been there. So, as Aaron Boone would say, we saw great at bats.
yeah, he's great at bats.
We had
He's
good at bats
really in there.
all
It's
night.
just it's just unlocking his potential. He say something like along those lines. But now, like
So I could
I really think
see
we have a traditional third baseman. Like IKF is not a bad third baseman. I think he's kind of earned
good
that role
point.
with Donaldson being out and LeMahieu as well, just like trading off in that. Like I'm fine with that
But I see
until
Oswald
we get like
Peraza.
a reliable third baseman.
I see Oswald Peraza making those throws from third to first, and he makes them look easy. He could, once he settles in the majors, he could be easily a Gold Glove third baseman.
He could, but already have one. You know what I'm saying? And I can
Oh
like
well,
I.
but they've shown they haven't been putting him in third base. If they
I don't
would
think he's played the
have,
last couple of games.
did they?
What's that? I know he didn't play yesterday.
Yeah, I know, right? He's been off the bench, so I don't know if this is like a tryout season where they're letting all of their players that they want to trade away play right now.
Hmm.
Maybe they don't want to trade away IKS, so they're like, "Hey, we're gonna have you sit because we don't need to show your value. We want you." So maybe, but they haven't been playing him at third base much this season. So I don't know if the Yankees see that. Do I agree with you? Yes, but I don't think the Yankees do that. So I
But
know you
like, as
say
much as I would
no.
want a great defense, we really need the hitting right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna really call up, he's not a rookie, but like, in a sense, like he's
Yeah,
almost as a rookie. But really having Volpe on that side as well too. Like, I wouldn't want two rookies on that side if that makes sense.
it's a good point. I don't know. I still think yes. I still think he's an answer. They
Answer
should
to
be
like our
patient.
trade deadline, you know what
They
I'm
should
saying?
be they should be patient because my thing is I don't know what I want to give up to get him. I don't think the Yankees are getting Juan Soto. I don't think the Yankees are getting Nolan Arenado. So those are probably those caliber of players are the only players I'll be willing to give up. Do not give Peraza away for Bellinger. Do not. I'll
No, I feel like that
be
would
pissed
be one of the trades if we actually went that route. Is like we wouldn't have to trade much. Like it'd be the
because
least we would have to trade
I
for.
don't know Cody Bellinger, MVP, different things like that. You could argue to get Peraza like straight up, but um I don't even think the Cubs need a infielder like that. Maybe I don't know. Um,
They need something over there.
they
They need
did,
something.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I don't want that because to get a rental for half a season that on a season that I'll be honest, I'm still on the sense that I'm not gonna think about winning the World Series until we make the playoffs. We have to make the
Okay,
postseason. So I'm not thinking here we're gonna win the whole thing when we're not even in post. We're not even in a wild card spot. So I'm not gonna be making
that's fair.
I'm not gonna make these hail mary moves and overpay for Cody Bellinger if that doesn't solve all of our answers. It doesn't. So unless we're getting a crazy return, I'm not. I think he's the answer for now. Maybe
Yeah.
next year he's a trade piece. Again,
Who knows?
we always have next year. Maybe next year his value goes up. So, all right. Now heading into the next topic.
Yes, what we got? What we got? What we
We
cooking?
we have a lot. The Yankees got a lot to. Oh my gosh, so much. Like this is. It sounds weird to say this because we just got out of losing a lot of games and now we're kind of winning a little bit. But this is a great time to be a Yankees fan. It's exciting, dude. It's exciting. The Yankees are set to play the Mets or
Subway Series,
Orioles.
first place in our
Right.
division. Our rivals, low key.
And the Astros
The stinking Astros, bro.
for
Four
these
game
next
series.
2 weeks.
I need
So,
Cole to pitch in that game, in that series.
oh yeah, and against the Astros, I think
Yeah, I need him there.
he knows that. He knows that. So, what are your record predictions?
Mm,
And then what is a must-win series for you?
okay. So for the record, out of 12 games, I'm being optimistic here.
Yeah, we got 12 games in these next 2 weeks, and these all these games are Mets are like it's just fun to play, but like these other three
Yeah, I think it's
series,
more of a kind of history series,
yeah,
especially
the
like
next
last year
three
was
games
definitely fun.
though
Last year was
are
fun, but this year is kind of different. But going record wise, I'm gonna go optimistic here. I think we're gonna go on a little run. I'm going 8-4. I'm going 8-4. I know that's
uh
very high. It's very high against some really great teams, but hey, that's the mood I'm in right now. I'm just
I
really
don't
optimistic.
I don't want to be blindsided by the fact that we just played the Kansas City Royals.
I'm not even thinking about that, David. I'm just like we're on the up and up right now. I mean, you got like Johnny Lasagna throwing BP to Judge, like they're both on the way to coming back. Yeah, Cortez is gonna come back soon as well. Like I'm just thinking, like looking forward, and especially with the trade deadline coming up, I don't see how this team doesn't get better. Rodon's gonna have more innings under his belt too. Like I think it's definitely gonna be, no,
I
definitely gonna
do.
be high vibes.
I
But
do.
what I would say as the series that we would have to win, you could go Orioles, but I'm going the Astros. I feel like the Astros are more battle tested. I feel like that's a series that if we win like 3 out of 4, I'm looking at this series and
4 game
going,
series,
we
yeah.
got this. Like, what's stopping us now?
Okay.
I know the Orioles are really good. They're really, they're definitely the best story in baseball besides the Reds. I think the Reds are still like up there as well. But the Orioles, we had them too. That last series that we had, we won 2 out of 4, but we could have easily won 3 out of 4 there, that
Oh
series
yeah.
as well. So
Oh, 100%. No, so I agree and disagree with you. So
what you trying to say?
my record is not 8-4.
What is
I think
it?
this is being nice.
Don't say
My
six and
record,
six.
no, my record is 7-5.
Okay, okay.
I think realistically, maybe the Yankees will do like a 6-6 deal. So what I have, I
I think
broke it
we can
down
do
per
that.
series. I did the math.
Oh,
So
okay.
the Mets has a 2 game series. We of course the
Mm-hmm.
Subway Series. We have
Sweep.
no, I have 1-1. We kind of talked about this pregame, but Verlander's pitching. He always does good against the Yankees. I feel
For
like the
some
series is going to
reason,
be 1-1, and then we don't know what Herman we're getting. That's the thing, though. I think that's the question: is what Herman are we getting? If we're getting a lockdown Herman, I think we could hold up until bullpen comes in, and then once the bullpen comes in, I think we got it. But 1-1.
mm-hmm.
Next series against the Orioles, I have us losing the series 1-2 because though we've split, we've never lost a series this year against them. This is a different type of Orioles team, not in terms of players, but the energy, the pace, and that they're winning at. They just beat the Rays. They're feeling
They
real good.
did.
They're feeling real good. So I think we're gonna take 1 out of 2 or 1 out of 3. So it's gonna be a
Okay.
1-2. And then I think against the Rays, we're gonna win that series. We're gonna hit 2 out of the 3 because the Rays are struggling. I know the Rays sometimes have our number, but I think Rasmussen is hurt. He was the one that did really good against us. He's hurt. RIP. Um, and and I don't know. I just feel it. I just think we
What
will.
about the Astro series?
The
Wait, which
Astros.
series are you most excited for?
So yeah, so the part that I agree with you on is that I think the most must win for us is the Astros for a few reasons. The energy, the vibe of knowing that we just
Oh
beat the
yeah.
Astros. Like even if we for some reason we come out and we sweep the Astros, you know how good that's going to feel. Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
it's gonna feel like weight lifted off your shoulders. You're just gonna be like on cloud nine, bro.
So, but even if we get 3 of 1, which is what I'm hoping for, if we split, I'm gonna be like, okay, it depends on how the other games go, but
Yeah.
or how we lose, I guess. But 3 of 1, I expect to take because the Astros aren't that crazy this year. They have a few players here. Your Don Alvarez is coming back though, so
Mm.
that's a good point to bring up.
Is he gonna
Framber,
come back
I
full
think
strength?
is Framber hurt? I know he was hurt right after the All Star break.
Yeah, I think something happened, but I don't
I don't
know
know if he's
exactly what's
out
going on with
out,
him.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a few things. I know Jeremy Pena's hurt. I don't know if he's out, but I know he got hurt. He got subbed one game.
They'll probably be like, "Yo, we're just waiting on this series. We'll be back for the Yankees,
Imagine.
especially we're playing at home." They're like, "Yeah, we just want we just
So
want the Yankees."
so yeah, I think we're taking 3 of 1 there. I think that's the must win. The energy, the vibe, the just the reality of winning 3 of 4 games, even if it's not a sweep, you're winning 3 games. So that's the, you know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
and they're right. We're really like, okay, it'll be nice to win the Rays and the Orioles games, but in making the
Yeah.
postseason, we have to overcome the Astros right now because they're above us. They're in the wild card spot. So we got to beat them.
Hmm.
So they're more of a must win to me than the Rays and the Orioles. Because if we beat the Rays and the Orioles, but then the Astros are still winning, we're moving nowhere in the
Yeah,
rankings.
you're just stagnant at that point.
Yeah, so if we will beat the Astros, even if we lose and the Astros are losing, like now I think now that with this questions forming, I think I'm gonna be focused on not even the Rays and the Orioles. I'm focused on the Astros record this next week, like what it's looking like. And if we could overtake them, oh my gosh. Imagine beating them 3-1 in the series. And that is what got us over the edge into a playoff spot where they get kicked out of a playoff spot. That would feel so good.
Oh, it feels so great.
So that's why I 100% agree. That's a must-win series. I think we're going to end the season or the season that those 2 weeks 7-5,
All right.
which is
Looking at the
reasonable.
whole thing though, we need to win 3 out of the 4 series. We have to.
I have us winning 3 of 5. No, 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 no. Wait, there's only four. I have us winning 2 of 4, splitting one with the Mets.
Okay.
So we only have to win half of our series. If we did that, we're 7-5. That's not
I think
that feels like a
this is
good.
definitely gonna be a hyped 2 weeks. This is definitely like
Or we could go 10-2. Just kidding.
go on a little win streak. Just F it. We just go the whole 12.
Oh my gosh. Volpe needs to figure
No,
it
but
out
if
too.
we
If he
do
can
go on
figure
a
it
little
out
winning
too,
streak here, I think it's gonna change the whole season in
if our
general. I feel like
pitching
we've been
can
on a
figure it
low
out,
lately. This would definitely like have us on. All right, we're making some noise,
if our
getting hyped for the
pitching,
postseason.
if our pitching can figure it out, that's I feel like what will show us like, okay, we're winning 10 out of our next 12. So which we weren't saying this 2 weeks ago. So, but we're wrapping it up. Got one
All
more
right.
question. This is a big hefty question though. So this one is, and it's gonna be a little bit rapid fire. You could put your rebuttals, but it's a 4 part. It's a one question with 4 parts.
Okay.
By the end of this week, because if you guys don't know, the trade deadline's over in like a week and some change. So we got basically this last week. By the end of this week, who are the Yankees going to trade and keep? Who's going to be on the Yankee roster and who's no longer going to be on the Yankee roster? You ready? Oswald
Woo.
Peraza or Gleyber Torres? Who is being traded? Who's being kept?
We already know where I'm going with this one.
Yep.
Torres, we're
You said
keeping.
it.
Peraza, I'm sorry. I don't think you're going to be on the Yankees no longer. I feel like we already have like a shortstop and a second baseman going forward. I really don't see him playing third. And we could be going for a third baseman in the trade deadline. So, like, I don't know how that's going to go. But I do see Peraza not being on the Yankees no more.
Dang. Um, I would agree. I would agree because I know I talk about the value of Gleyber Torres right now. I think the value of Peraza is really good because of how much control he has. He's just started his service time on the majors. So I
Mhm.
think that raises up his value, and his age is very young. So he's only going to get better. So I agree. Realistically, Peraza, I feel like, is gone, and Gleyber Torres is staying. Not saying that this is definitively going to happen. They may keep both. I don't think they will, but they may trade both. I don't know. Life is life, right? Being a Yankees
We
fan,
don't
you
know.
don't know.
I'm just excited for
But
the trade deadline. I'm just
yeah,
excited.
but if I had to keep one, it would be Torres. We could get rid of Peraza. Next one,
Mm-hmm.
Clark Schmidt, Domingo Herman.
This was more kind of like closer in opinion, but I'm gonna have to go with we keep Herman. I feel like you'd get more out of Schmid because of his potential, and he's just starting out like in the league. I feel like Herman is more like kind of our I don't know, he's like our unsung hero. Like he threw like a perfect game. Like I know it's like maybe that'll bring up his value a little bit, but I could see him being more of a reliable piece going forward than I did with Schmid. So I would say keep Herman and then trade Schmid.
I think with how much the Yankees love Clark Schmidt's stuff, they even added a whole new pitch to his repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you they love this man. They're investing so much in him. They're willing to lose so many. How many games was he throwing? So that tells me they really love Clark Schmidt. They wouldn't invest into an experiment like that to just get rid of him,
Mm-hmm.
at least quite yet. So for that reason, I think they're getting rid of Domingo Herman. Perfect game under his resume. That's value. They're gonna get rid of Domingo Herman and they're gonna get Clark Schmidt. So
You think so? All right.
yeah, they're gonna keep Clark Schmidt. Um, and next,
What we got?
little bit lower in terms of how impactful this will be, but it's Clayton Beater or Drew Thorpe.
Ooh. Clayton Beater.
If you don't
The
know, these are both
infamous
pitching
Joey
prospects.
Gallo trade.
Yeah.
But I think I like Beater more.
Okay.
I think he's more like what we would need. I'm going Beater on this one. I say we keep Beater. We trade
Okay.
Thorpe. Even though they're both great. I think they're both great, but I think we should keep Beater.
I'm a little indifferent. I'll be honest. I don't follow the prospects as much, but I agree. Clayton Beater, we gave up Gallo. Not that that was much to us, but to me, if you're in the Dodger system, it's for a good reason, right? So let's keep Clayton Beater. Lastly,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is realistic too. Oswaldo Cabrera or IKF? Who are we trading? Who are we keeping?
Dude,
People right now, any playoff contending team would love a utility player like IKF or Oswaldo Cabrera. You know that.
dude, Cabrera just seems like a cool guy, man. Like even his off the field interviews are just hilarious to me. I feel like he's great in the clubhouse too. Even the way he jumped onto the scene last year, like it was just electric. So like if I'm being honest, I think we keep Cabrera. I think we keep him and we trade IKF. I feel like you get more value out of IKF at this moment in particular because Cabrera's kind of struggling, but I value Cabrera really highly.
I
So
disagree. I think
what?
I disagree. I think with the way that the Yankees have been tossing Oswaldo Cabrera up and down shows
They
that
play
they
with
don't
his
really care too
emotions.
much about him. Um, and with how much they valued IKF, they brought IKF back this year.
Hmm.
So remember that. I really think they love IKF, and I love him. I think he's great. I love both of them. I just think
Yeah,
I think
what
we're
you thinking?
keeping.
What you got against Cabrera, bro?
So here's the thing. Ready? If
Okay.
the Yankees' priority is to clear up payroll, get rid of IKF because
Okay.
he's making more. If
Hmm.
you're not worried about payroll at all, I think they're keeping IKF. And I
Hmm.
know payroll has been a concern. I could actually okay, I'm backtracking.
Okay.
Could get rid of IKF because they're gonna try to pull someone in that costs a little bit of money. They're gonna make a trade that's gonna cost them a little bit of payroll. And in order to counteract that so they don't get over the luxury tax, they're gonna get rid of IKF. I could see that happening.
I can see it happening too.
And I think that's why they wanted him to learn outfield. Not only did they needed to serve him, but they also would have used that as, hey, look, he could play all outfield positions. He could play all infield positions. He could even play catcher. He could even pitch.
This
So, you know,
man can even pitch, bro.
so I think I could see that happening. Um, yeah, I can see that happening. So, man, this week it's gonna be a crazy week. Gotta buckle in if you're a
I
Yankees
feel like
fan.
we're gonna get some answers this week finally.
Hold your breath. I think after the Astro series, we'll be able to put a stamp on what this Yankee season is going to look like. We're going to know, are we going to make the playoffs? Are we not? From the trade acquisitions we make, from everything. So
yeah, I know I'm on high vibes right now. I really think we're gonna do great this week. I feel like even with the trade deadline, I feel like we're gonna make the right moves. Maybe not the big moves that we would want, but I think we're gonna make the right moves at least.
we're not going to make a trade like Frankie Montas and he's hurt and we lose him.
Dude,
Because that could
I'm
happen.
not gonna lie, I kind of like the trades they did last year. I know Montas has not been
I did
like,
too. I did too.
but
Hindsight.
everybody at the big because Castillo, I'm not giving up Volpe for Castillo. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. So I understand why they did that. So I think when healthy and they're playing to the potential, like always, we always say it's like to their peaks or their potential. I think we have one of the best starting five rotations.
Yeah.
It's definitely up there.
We got Nestor coming back. Let's see what game he plays. So it's going to be fun. Well, that was a good ep. Thought that was really good. Vibes were good.
Vibes are definitely on a high. I think this is a great episode. We're definitely getting more and more comfortable in this role. So I can see us making more videos and getting more views, hopefully.
Yeah,
You know what
guys.
I'm saying?
Please support, like,
Yeah,
comment, share. I think we're posting great content, great stuff.
same
Uh,
here.
so please, if you guys agree and feel the same, leave a comment. You guys have been quiet. Please,
Yeah.
join the fam, Bronx Banter fam. Please, we're not. No offense, but we're not like any of those other channels that like casually like we really believe we
Yeah, we
got
value
something
your
special.
opinions.
Huh?
We want to get more like we value their opinions,
Oh,
Trying to
I
get
thought
more
you said we're
in the
not
community.
European. I'm like,
No, 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 no.
nothing against Europeans. I don't know why he said that.
No, 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 no. We
Okay.
definitely value their opinions, bro.
No,
So
we do. We do. And again, we want to really do one thing we have as a goal is we want to make an episode where we just address hot takes. We want that as either a segment of each episode or just a whole episode of that. We want to do that. So in order for
yeah,
that, we need to hear it.
we need some hot takes. Like
We
I want Iguodala. All right, we need some of that energy in the chat. All right,
need it.
you subscribe, hit that like button, notify the bells, do it
Yes.
all. Let's get it.
Everything. Share with your friend, your grandpa, everyone, and anything. Share with your dog. All of share it. But yeah, guys,
All
till
right.
next time, let us know what you want us to talk about as well. We'll be looking forward to it. We'll be catching back up to you in a couple of days. Who knows? Maybe
Mm-hmm.
after the Mets series,
Who
there's an off
knows?
day, so maybe we'll post on that off day for the Yankees and keep you up to date on the latest news. So,
All right.
peace.
Catch you in the next one.